My dear students, in today's class we are going to study about tissue culture. What is meant by tissue culture? See, tissue culture is a method or a technique of growing, culturing and maintaining tissues and organs in an artificially made nutrient medium. So it will be kept in a nutrient medium, and with the action of this nutrient medium, the cell which is placed here will develop, mature into new plants. So this is what meant by tissue culture. Let us see the practice of how tissue culture practice is carried out. See here, the first step in tissue culture is the selection of a a perfectly developed mature mother plant. So here a plant is shown here. See here, it must develop. What do you mean by healthy mature mother plant? That means the plant must possess an upper shoot portion as well as a very well developed root portion. So what is meant by shoot portion? The area above the soil is called, that is the part of the plant which is above the soil is called a shoot portion, and below the soil is called a root portion. So from this such a plant we have to select such a plant and remove a part of that plant, either maybe stem or from the branches. You have to select a part. See here, I have shown a leaf portion. So from the second step is to take out a bit from this leaf portion and place it in a solution which consists of sodium hypochlorite solution. So the purpose of keeping this bit in sodium hypochlorite solution is to kill the germs. Because the plant is exposed to air, there may be chances for the presence of some sort of germs present on the leaves or in the branches of the plant. So to remove these germs, we have to keep it in sodium hypochlorite solution. Then the third step is to take out from this solution and place it in water. Most preferably you can use distilled water. Then keep it in distilled water for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then take out again and you can keep it in a test tube, see, which consists of nutrient medium. What are the constituents of this nutrient medium? It must consist of some growth hormones. Growth hormones are mainly auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins, etc. are some of the examples for growth hormone. So the nutrient medium must consist of some quantity of growth hormone. Then now, in addition to growth hormone, here I marked auxins, cytokinins and gibberellins. These are called growth hormone, which increases the rate of cell division and thereby it increases the rate of growth. So it must consist of these growth hormone and micronutrients as well as macronutrients. As you have studied the name of micronutrients and macronutrients last year, what are the micronutrients? Zinc, magnesium, copper, etc. are examples for micronutrients, whereas macronutrients are nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, etc. are examples for macronutrients. So it must consist of all the sufficient quantity of micro as well as macronutrients. Then you can also include some minor quantities of organic nutrients too. So these are the constituents of nutrient medium. So thereby, with the help of this nutrient medium, the cell which is placed inside the test tube will grow rapidly. It will undergo cytokinesis and karyokinesis. What do you mean by cytokinesis? Division of cytoplasm is called a cytokinesis and the division of nucleus is called a karyokinesis. So it will undergo cytokinesis and karyokinesis and the cell will undergo rapid division. It will result in the formation of a group of cells. Very quickly it will form a group of cells, and the entire process will take out nearly 5 to 6 weeks. Then you can take out the entire cell. You can observe that the cells will undergo rapid division and it will develop a group of cells, and the group of cells is called a callus. So what is meant by this group of, how the group of cells are formed? Because rapid cell division, a group of cells will be formed, and this mass of cells or a group of cells is called a callus. Now later you can see that the callus will start developing into each of these cells which are present inside the test tube will start developing into tiny plantlets. So why we are calling this as plantlet? Because each one will show the structure of a small plant, just like the mother plant, somewhat similar to that of a mother plant. So small structures will start developing from here, and these are called as plantlet, because later it will undergo embryogenesis and all, and it will develop into a new plant. Now each of these plantlets can be transferred into the soil after better seedbed preparation. It can be removed into the soil, and each one will develop into an adult plant. So this is the practice of tissue culture. Now tissue culture practice is also known as micropropagation in vitro, and this is practiced mainly for growing ornamental plants like some varieties of roses, then even for some of the ornamental plants like petunia, etc. are developed by tissue culture. So this is what meant by tissue culture.